A lot of times we are presented with written material that has to be read and understood quickly. You might be a student pursuing your PhD and you have to read a large number of papers for your research and for your literature review. You might be a professional working for a company and you might have to go through a large report and understand it and summarize it. Or you might be someone who wants to read a lot of books but you are hard pressed for time and you don't read as many books as you would like to. So, in all these cases, it's important that you are able to read fast and understand written material quickly. Reading fast is a learnable skill. People who read slow generally do it because of some of the poor habits that they have developed over the years. There are some techniques that they are not aware of. So, these poor habits can be unlearned and new habits can be learned. New techniques can be practiced, which can lead to faster reading. So in this video, I will discuss some of the poor reading habits that you might have, and I will discuss some of the good reading habits you can develop, some of the techniques that you can learn and that you can practice, which can lead to faster reading. And once you can read fast, you know the techniques to read faster, reading becomes less of a burden and it becomes a more enjoyable experience. It is something you start looking forward to. Let's discuss some of the poor reading habits. And I'll discuss these habits by classifying readers into three types: motor, auditory, and visual. Motor readers rely Motor readers vocalize the words as they speak. They might be using a part or all of their vocal apparatus. They might be moving their lips, they might be moving their tongue, they might be making some sound from their throat, or they might be speaking the words as they read. So if you do this, the speed of reading is severely limited. One cannot read faster than they can move their lips or they can move their tongue. So this reading speed is about one fourth compared to the case when you do not vocalize. Also, what happens is that as you read, your eyes tend to move faster than your speech, and then your eyes tend to move back to the text which you were reading. So this is regression, and this also limits the reading speed and it also hampers the understanding of what you have read. And the other thing is that you are not only reading, you are also using your brain to do this muscular activity of moving your lips or your tongue. So this makes reading very tiresome because you're reading and also you are vocalizing. The reading speed of these kind of readers is less than 275 words per minute, and it is generally in the range of 100 to 150 words per minute. Now, the next type of readers are auditory readers. These readers are completely silent, they're not moving any part of their vocal apparatus while they're reading, but they're excessively relying on an inner speech. They're inwardly pronouncing the words as they read. So, this reliance on sound also reduces the reading speed, and the reading speed is somewhere between 275 and 400 words per minute. The next are visual readers. These readers have overcome the reliance on an inner speech. They don't inwardly pronounce the words as they speak. They they're visual readers. They see with their eyes and their brain directly comprehends the words. The advantage of visual reading is that you're not relying excessively on the pronunciation of words either externally or internally. Since you're not relying on individual words, you don't read for words. Rather, you read for ideas. You see words as conveyors of meaning and you start quickly forming ideas in your head as you read. You start reacting emotionally and intellectually to the ideas that those words represent. The other poor reading habit is regression. Regression is basically going back to a piece of text that you have already read. It might be a line or it might be an entire paragraph. The intent to regress is to ensure that you have not missed out understanding the piece of text that you have already read, and just to make sure that you understand all the details. Now, the intent of regression is to understand better, but on the contrary, it leads to poor understanding. What happens when you regress is that the flow of your reading gets broken down, the flow of your thought process while you were reading gets broken down, and often you get lost in details that are not relevant. You might get you might get lost in the details and lose out on understanding the central idea behind the text that you're reading. To stop regression, we have to do something contrary, and that is to move forward at a rapid pace with a trust that the details will take care of themselves, and aggressively pursue the central idea while you're reading. So, some readers who are compulsive regressors might consider keeping a white piece of paper on the book they're reading, and keep moving the paper downward as you read, to cover the lines that you have already read. This will reduce your habit of regression, and you will be able to move forward at a much rapid pace with much better understanding. A lot of us read slowly because we are passive readers. We read with no sense of urgency. We read for words and sentences. We don't read for ideas. People who read fast don't read words or sentences. They read to comprehend the main idea in the text. Their intention is to aggressively pursue the central idea behind the text, distinguish between the central idea and the supporting details and the examples that support the central idea. This kind of active reading, which also simultaneously senses the structure of the text and distinguishes between the different parts of the text, comes with practice. As you read more, you become more and more adept at reading actively. Active readers realize that if they aggressively pursue the central idea in the text, the supporting details will take care of themselves. They realize that the quickly they can get to the central idea, the quickly they can grasp it, appreciate it, the less likely they are to get lost in the supporting details. To develop the habit of active reading, pick up a piece of text and try to read it with a sense of urgency. Try to read it a little faster than you normally do. Keep reading and keep moving forward at a rapid pace. If you miss a minor detail, if you miss a sentence, if you don't understand something completely, do not go back to it. Keep moving forward, and your only intention should be to understand the central idea behind the text you are reading. Do this, and over a period of time, the way you approach a piece of text will change, the mindset with which you read will change, and you will start reading more actively. You will start you will start to be able to distinguish between the central idea and the supporting details. I would like to discuss how you can improve your reading speed by using your peripheral vision. So how do we read a piece of text? So here is some text on the screen. So what happens is that our eyes stop at a bunch of words, feed that into the brain, and then move on to the next bunch of words. So this is a continuous and repetitive process. The eyes stop for fraction of seconds at a bunch of words. The act of stopping at certain words is fixation, and the number of words which the eyes can take in one fixation is the span of recognition. Fast readers have large span of recognition. How can fast readers read more words per fixation? They use their peripheral vision. Now, what do I mean by peripheral vision? So, you can focus on an object in the room and you will see it clearly. But there are objects to the left and to the right of that object which you are also able to register. So, you are registering them using your peripheral vision. Now, let us consider a phrase, one fine day. So the slow reader will read one and then fine and then day and then combine it to form the phrase one fine day, which is an image, which forms an image in his mind of a fine day. On the other hand, a fast reader will read that phrase in one go and instantly form an image in his mind. So he's reading faster and comprehending faster. So let's do a small exercise where we will utilize our peripheral vision. I have rearranged the text and now let's read it concentrating only on the faded dotted line in the center without moving our eyes sideways. When we read text this way, we just utilized our peripheral vision. We looked at the word in the center, but we were also able to register the words next adjacent to that central word. So how can we improve our peripheral vision? So that comes with practice. It's not natural, but with more and more practice, this process of reading, of recognizing peripheral words and and increasing your span of recognition becomes almost automatic. So what you can do is that you can take a textbook or a printed page and make lines on it which are equally spaced and which are slightly more than your usual span of recognition. And then you can read by only fixating your eyes on the intersection of the lines of text and the vertical lines. Read fast and don't worry too much about understanding completely. Even if you can understand the text partially, you have made some improvement in utilizing your peripheral vision. The average reader reads with a span of recognition of 1 to 3 words. A fast reader can recognize 4 to 5 or even more words in one span of recognition. So utilizing your peripheral vision to increase your span of recognition greatly improves your reading speed and your comprehension. It reduces the number of fixations you need to read one line. In this video, I will summarize some of the poor reading habits and some of the good reading habits. So let me start with the former. Slow readers read word by word and they regress, that is, they go back to the text that they have already read because they're not confident about their understanding. They're not sure that they've understood the text that they've just read. Also, they excessively rely on their vocal apparatus to read. They're either speaking the words or they are moving their tongue or moving their lips. If they're not doing these things, then they're relying on an inner speech. That is, they're pronouncing the words, they're inwardly pronouncing the words they're reading. They also they read passively. They do not make an attempt to distinguish between the central idea and the supporting details. They are not able to sense the structure of the text they are reading. They get bogged down by the details and they're not able to come out with the central idea of the text. Because of these habits, reading for them is a tiresome activity and they get easily fatigued. On the other hand, fast readers read 3 to 4 words at a time because they utilize their peripheral vision and they're able to read with fewer fixations. Also, their vocal apparatus is completely at rest and they're not relying on an inner speech. They're not inwardly pronouncing the words. They visualize, they see the words and their brain processes the words. Also, they are active readers. They aggressively pursue the central idea of the text they are reading and they sense the structure of the text. distinguishing between the main idea and the details that support that central idea. They do not get bogged down or they don't get lost in the fine details of the text they are reading. Because of these habits, reading for them is an intellectually stimulating and enjoyable activity, and they are able to read more with better comprehension.